Recently, while on vacation, I stopped in Tucson, Arizona to visit a friend. And while I was there, we kind of traded some Michigan whiskey for some Arizona coffee. Now, in the past, I brought him some Traverse City whiskey, and I wanted to bring him some more, but I wanted to bring him a different kind. So this time, I brought him some North Coast Rye, which is easy to identify when it's on the shelf with other Traverse City Whiskey Company whiskeys, as it has a green label. But I didn't bring him North Coast Rye. I brought him the other Traverse City whiskey that has a green label, Michigan Apple.
I'm not surprised.
Whatever. Anyhow, he says that it's a really good whiskey, and I've never actually had it myself. So I thought I would go ahead and try it out right here on this video. So let me get this cracked open, and I'll tell you what I think of it. Alright, like other Traverse City Whiskey Company whiskeys, it's got a cork stopper, and it has a paper tape seal that goes across the top. I'll just give it a twist and break the seal. Go ahead and pour this in this Traverse City Whiskey Company rocks glass. You can order this online on their website, or you can go to one of their wine, or their not wine tasting, but I guess you would call it gift shop or outlet stores, or they've got a few locations in Michigan where you can actually sample their whiskeys and buy gifts and buy whiskeys or cocktail mixes or things like that. So if you live in Michigan, you can go up north to Traverse City, or they have one in the Metro Detroit area, and that's where you can buy things like this rocks glass. Let's go ahead and smell it. I can smell the whiskey. It's not really strong. I don't smell apple. It doesn't smell overly sweet. No, it's really not. It tastes like their bourbon. I'm not getting the tart of an apple or the sweetness of an apple or anything like that. It's good whiskey, but it tastes a lot like their bourbon. Maybe I should ask my director what she thinks. Alright, in your opinion, how does this compare to the straight bourbon that we normally drink?
The straight bourbon is more smooth. This, after you have a sip, give it about a minute or so, and then that apple flavor, there's a hint of that apple flavor after the fact, if that makes sense.
Kind of. I've had a few sips of this, and there's kind of an aftertaste on my taste buds, kind of like what you get if you just eat an apple and don't eat anything else, and then afterward your mouth kind of has that, I can't explain the...
Yes.
Yeah, that residue almost. Yeah, I would say it's maybe just a little bit less smooth than just the straight bourbon, but otherwise, though, I might not know the difference if you poured a glass of both and didn't tell me which was in which. So maybe my taste buds aren't as refined as yours. So by no means are we saying that Michigan Apple is a bad whiskey. It's not. It's a good whiskey. We haven't been disappointed by Traverse City Whiskey Company whiskey yet. I was kind of thinking that it would be more tart, like a Granny Smith apple or something like that, and I'm not getting that, but there are subtle differences. So just like all of the other whiskeys that we've tried from Traverse City Whiskey, I really like this. I would absolutely recommend it. If you live in an area where this is sold, you might want to try it out. If you've got a friend that lives in that area and they happen to be coming out to visit you, I'd recommend that you ask them to pick you up a bottle and bring it out to you. You might like it just as much as we do. Thanks for watching.
You Squib mode?
I might be.
I hear you peddle some Michigan rye.
I might sometimes. What do you
got trade for? Arizona coffee.
That sounds like a good trade to me. Nice doing business with you.
Yeah.